players put in.
today. Who can show up when it counts, when it matters most? And we've seen there's 3 world champions sitting right there. So, I mean, how do you doubt them?
I mean, I feel like Justin and Garrett G have played on Championship Sunday, in my memory, twice. At one time, they walked away as world championships. The other time, as world champions. The other time, they walked away with the greatest moment in the history of the game.
Both of them Game 7 overtime as well.
Yeah.
There's no bigger pressure, and they have felt it, absolutely. But on the other side with G2, Winter Major, like, you have to give it up for them. They made a huge mistake, and then it was a bracket reset, and what do? They come back very strong and win it.
Well, folks, it is time for us to find out which of these two teams is moving forward to face off against FaZe. Let us know who you pick in the Verizon fan vote at home. Hashtag energy, hashtag G2. CJ, who's it going to be?
Oh, I want to believe in the NRG. This feels like a Cinderella run. The NRG BDS Gibbs. I'm not sure why you predicted BDS either. I think you're trying to like get away from the NA curse prediction thing anyway. But anyway, in this matchup, I think that G2, they've got the proven track record so far. We have to look at recent history. I think NRG, they're heating up into this tournament. It's not going to be a 4-0, which what we might have seen coming into it, but I've got to go G2.
Well, we're at this stage now. We've seen all these teams play throughout the tournament, so a lot of my judgment today will be based off of the performances we've seen, and G2 versus Furia was the best Rocket League I think we've seen in this event so far. G2 came out on top of that. NRG have not shown that level yet, so I'm going to have to go with G2, but if it does go the other way, it will be due to that pressure affecting these players on the big stage, on the biggest day of their careers. Well,
I love my history. And again, they played 29 times. NRG is 19-10. They played 8 times in this year, and NRG is still 5-3 versus G2. But new history will be made today. I'm going G2.
The Army.
Going G2.
Okay.
Well, Gibbs, that's not good. And that's not good. You pick a G2.
Sorry, G2. History will be made. The curse will be broken.
But when you got, I haven't said it all weekend, but I'm about to bust it out. When you got base, never wrong picking G2 Army. We're going, you know, I'm rolling with them at JNAPS. He's going to be the defending world champions right here, right now, Wave.
Do you all know who's on the other side of this stage? It's Garrett G, it's Squishy Muffins, it's Justin, it's the reigning, defending world champions of Rocket League. Give me the general. The Cinderella story does not end here, folks. How is chat feeling about it at home? They both got armies. Which one's showing up right now? NRG's in the chat. You know they want to make this one happen. So we'll begin in that match here in just a second.
Listen, Wave. Somebody sits on the throne, but sometimes you just got to be dethroned. It's G2's year. It's giving a G2 voice.
If they were going to be dethroned, it would have happened before Championship Sunday. I don't know how they're still here, but they're still here fighting.
I feel like chat is coming back to their first World Championship in a while. They've all been watching NRG in the past and not the NRG we've been seeing this tournament. G2 are the favourites, in my opinion. We'll be getting to see it in a bit here.
G2 might be the favourites, but there's something about the general. Can they make it to the quarterfinals, to the semifinals to face off against FaZe? Let's find out. Best of 7, first of 4 moves forward. The Vibe Tribe is on the call in the Skybox. Let's play some Rocket League.
For the right to face Rocket League's future. The General NRG G2 winner gets FaZe, and Game 1 is underway.
It's all about the emotions of these players, how they're feeling, the comfortability on that stage. They've got to find the momentum, find their stride. The classic matchup, G2 versus NRG. This is sure to deliver some of the best Rocket League we've seen all tournament long.
Already a hot start for NRG. We've seen this matchup played so many times. And we've seen the results sway back and forth. But who takes it when it matters most?
The next chapter in a storied rivalry between legends all over the field. Atomic, kind of the newest member of this fraternity. That's reflected by Garrett G. Squishy waiting patiently, and he's going to give way to Justin, looking for an opening at all in the G2 defense. One presents itself as Justin plays one across, but Squishy has to stay back. Familiar position as he was so great yesterday in their qualifying match. Justin's shot just over the bar. JNAPS deflects out of harm's way.
Absolutely, NRG, they have aged like fine wine here at the World Championship. Started off rough, but slowly found the structure they needed and were so desperately lacking. You got Squishy in the backfield, Justin, of course, playing forward, and then maybe Atomic with a double tap. Man's had to interrupt me, and almost got a highlight play out of it. But NRG, like I talked about, the structured defense. Squishy in the backfield, Gary G filling out the midfield, then of course you throw Justin forward to do what he does best, and they looked fantastic yesterday against Semper.
But can they keep it up with the offense that G2's been able to bring out? You saw Atomic line up that double. If he gets more opportunities like that with free space, it could be a goal for G2. JNAPS with the shot on, and Garrett G able to get the save. Good clear from Justin, trying to follow it up. Chicago has to go and make contact with that. Squishy. Now Squishy can't get it through. JNAPS again coming in clutch for G2.
So important to get that early pressure, that first goal. Oh, so important to slow down G2's Momentum stopped them from getting the snowball rolling downhill, but it's G2 on the attack. JNAPS coming up empty. Chicago, no double available. Justin there defensively for the General, and NRG once again shut the door. Can they turn it into offense? No, Justin, no shot.
Feathering his boost, Justin looking for mechanical play, and I think we can understand what G2 are most likely going to try and implement here on offense. It's going to be good 50-50s from the corner, and then consecutive shots in a row, passing this ball into the midfield. It's what they do best. The chemistry, I think, is unmatched in North America. G2 reigning supreme in that category, but it can definitely be disrupted with a player like Squishy in the backfield.
Chance there, Chicago putting a shot on, and it's in! G2 Esports starts the series off with the first goal.
First goal for G2, and it's from Atomic in the corner, wins one challenge, and then dunks the follow-up to get it out to Chicago. And the Windy City strikes first.
2 minutes remaining in game one. G2 set the tone. The offense pays off. They're trying to look for some more NRG. She's Squishy with that touch up. Justin racing Chicago. No one makes contact with the ball. JNAPS gets the boost. Chicago tries to play it to Atomic, who has to rush that into the corner. G2 starting to scramble a bit. JNAPS trying to get it under control. Goes off the ceiling, but Squishy up. Hits it into his own corner. As battle for control, that one goes high off the back wall. NRG looking for a counterattack.
They've just been so close, but yet so far, Daz. I mean, we've seen Justin a few times. He's had a couple good looks. He just has not connected, and that will miss oh so costly as G2 marches right down the field. Chicago adds a second.
2 in a row for Chicago. That one started as well from the corners. G2 Esports, they've come to play in game number 1. They haven't hit the stage in about 2 days. Had a long break, but it hasn't affected them. You can see they put in the work, put in the training, and they're fired up, ready to go already in game 1.
Fired up and ready to go, and with a 2-goal lead. Gare tries to get that midfield past Chicago. Squishy plays it out. Justin will get denied by JNAPS. And NRG not showing success on the offense. G2 with this game under complete control. As Justin will try again. Looking for Garrett on the connection. Garrett does connect, but G2 has been there every time to deny shot opportunities from NRG as the time ticks down.
It feels like NRG doesn't have a single shot. Certainly no quality shots on the G2 net. G2 has thoroughly dominated this game, but only the 2-goal lead, 30 seconds left. Plenty of time for NRG to turn it on its head. It could start here with Squishy, though denied by the entire G2 army. Now Justin can't get a pass away, can't get a shot off, and that's been the theme of game number 1 for NRG. Now Garrett G will try. Flip reset doesn't yield anything. Justin, one touch to center. It's sent right back to the corner. Dropped in front again. Atomic clears away, and G2 with a clinical shutout in game number 1.
Atomic keeping it up, looking for more.
Maybe add
this
to
one with a goal.
Maybe add to it.
Hits the ground.
Would have been the exclamation point on a thoroughly dominant effort from G2 trying to unseat the defending champions.
Absolutely, but this is a similar series start to what we saw yesterday for NRG against Semper. It was a slow start. They dropped game 1. Even in game 2, they didn't score first, and NRG had to get into that series after a couple of attempts on net, a couple of shots to find their rhythm. The only difference is you're looking at a G2 defense. NRG were held scoreless in game 1, and even with all that pressure and all those shots, it couldn't crack the armor and break through.
Equal on the shot count between both these teams, but G2 just that much more efficient when they're on offense. For NRG, they have to be a little bit more successful on the drives. It hasn't worked out well for them so far. And G2 is a team that will communicate, make adaptations, and you have your opportunities, because they did have opportunities. It wasn't like, you know, it was a shutout, like you said, Stacks, but NRG was able to get the ball up in front. They did have some extended pressure for a little bit. They just